Hello, my name is Shirley Ejapon, and I'm a graduate student at Grand Canyon University studying secondary education. In this video, I'm going to discuss and also reflect on my professional teaching philosophy, how I use technology during hybrid instruction and student learning, and the importance of showing compassion in my practice as a teacher candidate. My goal as a teacher is to use my knowledge and expertise to impact the future generation to become successful in their education. As an educator, I consider teaching to be a profession of calling. I find it so delightful to see students learn new information, making connection to what they have learned, and applying it to their real life experiences. I believe that developing of intrinsic motivation allows students to grow and flourish academically. It is my passion to see students succeed both in the classroom and beyond. This is what makes teaching a satisfying and fulfilling profession. In fact, there is nothing so fulfilling and so beautiful as seeing the eyes of a student light up in response to a new material they have learned. And to me, that light bulb moment is what tells me that the students have gotten the material, and they completely understand, and they are ready to move on to the next lesson. And this is what gives me the ultimate joy in the classroom. As I reflect on my professional teaching philosophy, I strongly believe that all students can learn, provided that I'm using the right technological tools, the right instructional strategies, technique, and differentiation methods. It is imperative that I plan my lesson according to my students' strengths and abilities, setting higher expectations for my students and pushing them to rise up to that challenge in their learning. For example, I have learned that incorporating lots of visuals, in addition to modified reading materials for special needs students and English learners, helps to activate their prior knowledge of a lesson they have learned previously. And also, I'm able to build on that prior knowledge to introduce new information to them. Another aspect of improving the learning of English learners is also allowing them to work in small groups. Not only that, it helps them practice the new language they have acquired, they are also able to build their communicative and collaborative skills with their peers. This also gives them the opportunity to interact with their peers, share ideas, share their opinions and thoughts during a topic discussion in the classroom. In order for my students to be successful in the classroom and beyond, it is important that I create a welcoming and warm classroom environment. Having respect for diversity, showing compassion, fairness, and creating a classroom culture where students feel safe, loved, included, and comfortable attributes not only to their educational success but also to their well being. One of my favorite moments with my students is meeting and greeting them every morning, both virtually and in person. Before we start class every morning, I get the opportunity to ask them how their day have been, how their weekend was, whether they are facing any challenges in their classes, or whether they are going through anything at all. And this helps me to build and um, a quality and also a special relationship with my students, which I appreciate a whole lot. And this relationship is what allows them to come to me if they are facing any challenge at all. And that gives me the opportunity to help them and to let them work and reach their fullest potential. And so that moment is very important to me. Finally, some of the technological tools that I use in the classroom to make learning possible, especially during these trying times, is Google Classroom, Google Meet, Peer Deck, and Kahoot. I use these tools to teach, to assign activities and classroom assignments, and also to assess the students' learning. For example, the student use Google Classroom for assigned reading, to complete activities like I said before, to complete classroom projects, and also to play educational games. Now, whilst they are playing the educational games, I take the opportunity to gather data as to how the students are understanding the material or a previous material we've covered in the classroom, whether they did understand it, and I'm ready to move on to the next lesson. And so, as they are playing the game, I am also gathering data to assess their learning. It helps me to know whether the students completely understand the lesson, whether the lesson needs to be reinforced, I need to reteach it, or whether we are ready to move on to the next lesson. And it's so meaningful. This is what I consider my professional teaching philosophy to be. And I want to thank you all so much for coming by. This is the reflection of my professional teaching philosophy. And I hope that you will have a wonderful day. And thank you so much for watching.